Hey everybody, Patrick here. Okay, so I'm going to do relationship skill building part 2. I did part 1, so now this is part 2. Okay, so in order to, put yourself at a good frame of mind, there's a few things you might want to keep in mind. Okay, so the first thing is you got to keep in mind how honest you're going to be. You have to be yourself. Anything phony, they can detect it right away. So you have to be well-grounded, be yourself, be a good thinker. You also have to be honest, truthful, and well-versed. Girls go for that well-versed thing. Okay, so before you actually enter into a relationship, what you may want to do is write down on a piece of paper a checklist. What's a checklist, you'll say? Well, a checklist in a relationship is how well you can communicate. How well can you sit there and, have a nice verbal conversation? How well are you at feedback? No, excuse me. How well are you? Okay, we just changed a point of view. Okay, so in order to be in a good relationship, you have to keep in mind those points I told you about, and you put a checklist together. It's important to understand that entering into a relationship is like it's actually signing a contract between two people. And you don't have to really put together a binding contract. It's just kind of a metaphorical contract, because what you're doing and what you're hoping to accomplish is that you want to find out a lot about the person that you're entering into a relationship with. So when you do a checklist, okay, you basically are saying, okay, well, who am I looking for? What am I looking for? What do I hope to gain? What's not necessarily what's in it for me, but how do you feel about entering into a relationship with the person that you hope to enter a relationship with? So when you're entering into a relationship, it's a good practice that when you go and meet somebody for the first time, okay, so you may want to phone them. I say, okay, well, do you want to meet? Okay, so you phone the person on the phone and you say, well, I don't have my, okay, pretend this is no, it's not a phone. Oh, yeah, what the hell? Okay, so pretend this is a phone, okay? So you phone your hopeful person. Oh, yes, hi, I would like to get together and meet you at Yorkdale. How does that sound? Okay, so that's called cold calling. Okay, now it's cold calling because you don't know who you're talking to at the other end, but it's, you have to start somewhere. Okay, so you wouldn't talk like that necessarily. Okay, so the proper way to do that is you call the person on the phone and they'll answer the phone by saying hello. You say hello back. My name is, for the sake of argument, my name is David. Oh, hi David, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. I just, wanted to see how you're doing and how things are. Oh, things are pretty good. Thanks for asking. What are you doing today, David? Oh, well, I just thought I'd meet you and, wanted to get together and go for a coffee. And how does that sound to you? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Okay, what time do you want to meet? Oh, sure, that sounds like a good time. Okay, I'll see you there. Okay, bye. That would be the proper way of talking to your hopeful meet to your person you're communicating with. Okay, so now once you get to the mall, okay, you're anxious. Okay, so you're very anxious and you're waiting. Okay, so you're looking around, and waiting for the individual to show up. Okay, so the person shows up. Okay, now you may get butterflies in your stomach. That's normal, and that person will have butterflies too. So both of you now sit together, and you start talking. So, how are things? Oh, good, good, good. How are things with you? Oh, yeah, yeah, pretty good, pretty good. So after you've done the introductions and whatnot, then without giving out too much information, you begin to say stuff like, "Well, what kind of movies do you like? Oh, yeah, I like this movie, that movie. Yeah, that's pretty good. What kind of music do you like? Oh, yeah, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff too. Yeah, 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 yeah." And then you're gonna hit a black spot. Now, a blank spot means you're gonna hit a bump in the road where you're lost for idea. Oh, so do you see this episode of what's that show called? I don't know. So try to have a good, clear idea, of what to bring to the table and what do you want to talk about, what do you hope to accomplish, and what things like that. Okay, so like I'm just kind of like giving you advice. I'm not an expert in a relationship. I'm just kind of like giving people, what I think is a good way to do it. I mean, I'm sure you have your way of doing it too, but sometimes advice from other people is also very helpful. And if you've noticed, I put my information over there so that if you wish to send me letters or cards or anything like that, feel free. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but you can send me any kind of mail you want, and if you've also got some minor ups and downs that you want to talk about privately, perhaps. Yeah, like I said, I'm not an expert at ups and downs, but I am very deep, and I'm a very spiritual person, let's say. No, I am saying that. I am a very spiritual person, so I'm saying that right off the top. Because that's what I am. Okay, so yeah, feel free to drop me, something in the mail. Something nice, some nice letters, some nice cards, and I'll do my best to get back to you. So, to continue what I was talking about. So yeah, come to my channel. I'll try to get up more videos on relationships and other amazing things. So I'll try my best. Like I said, I shall try my best. I'm only human. And now, here is where I'd like to do. Now, I don't have the greatest singing voice in the world, but I do like my favorites. If ever I would leave you, hopefully in springtime. La da da da. Okay, anyway. And then that's from where's that from? Oh, that's from see that? I sang a song, but I don't even know where it's from. It's actually from, oh dear, it's right in my head. If ever already, Camelot, da 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 da, Camelot, da 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 da, da da da. That's not what I like. So I know the words to some of the tunes. And I'll do this one. It's ow and gone. Keeps her in her place. Not her wretched clothes and dirty face. Why can't the English teach our children how to speak Norwegian or Norwegian? Is a Greek upon the Greek. If you spoke so as she does, and studied the way you do, why you might be reciting flowers to Optic Ponza. My Fair Lady. Okay, how about this one? I think it's more popular tunes I know. To be or not to be? That is a question that we must be asking ourselves. Ray havoc and release the dogs of war. Not quite Shakespeare. How about this one? Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Wing of bat, eye of new. I like that part. How about this one? I'm just shooting this around just to make this video more interesting. Okay, I think that's enough. Time to upload to the internet. See you later, alligator.